Hi everybody, it's Tara here again with another journaling slash notebook video. So I wanted to go through my whole 2020 system here, which is 5 books, 3 of which are 2020, 2 of which I'll kind of show you. They're little like auxiliary books that I have. Whew. But yeah, I guess there's no real need for any sort of fancy intro. I'll just kind of get right into it. Book number 1, my bullet journal. So this is my Nuna notebook, which I reviewed in my last video, showed you a lot of my setup in here. I have it in this kind of generic pleather cover from AliExpress, so it actually doesn't quite fit because the Nuna is a bit bigger than your standard A5. So what I've done is I've actually ordered some fabric from Joann's, and I'm gonna cut this cover down the spine, sew in a little patch of fabric, and kind of Frankenstein it together to make it big enough to fit my Nuna. So that'll be fun. So in here, there's just a few things that weren't there in my last video. So I have some art, some beautiful JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan art from my friend Rena. So shout out to Rena for that. And then I've already gone over most of my setup in here, but now that it's January, things have actually kind of gotten started. So I have my January task list in here, and I have my weeklies started. So I bought a bunch of stickers off of Amazon, and I bought at Blick, they have this pack of like scrapbooking, like tissue paper, just of assorted scrapbooking paper basically. So I've cut those out into little shapes in here and glue taped them in. So I work in retail, so my schedule is not consistent at all. So every day is something different. So what works really good for me is time blocking, where you write the times of the day. I write mine from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and kind of set it up so you can track your schedule hour by hour, or, you know, by whenever you have appointments, whenever I have shifts. So that's what I have in here. I end up getting rid of that system later in the month. You can see the last week of January is just a kind of a one-page little spread. I have my habit tracker here like I do for all of them. But for the first few weeks, I have this time blocking system set up here. So that should be useful for me, but I'll let you know why I ended up getting rid of that in just a minute. So my second journal is not a 2020 journal. This is one of my auxiliary journals. This is just off of Amazon as well. It's this 6-ring binder. Oops. And this is my Arabic journal for studying Arabic, which I haven't done in a while. Yeah. I studied Arabic for 4 semesters in college, and so I have in here actually my Arabic notebooks from college, which was just this Shinola Detroit notebook. You can see my beautiful, beautiful handwriting from back then. Everything was so... I took such good care of my handwriting for so long, and now what is it? What do I have to show for myself? So that's my standard Arabic. And then in this little mini notebook, this is from when I studied abroad in Morocco, and I studied Darija, the Moroccan dialect. So I have my little travel dialect notebook here. But yeah, so in here, I might replace the cover because it doesn't really like lie flat or anything. I have just a little abstract Arabic calligraphy to start it off. And then I have vocab lists. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I love this one. This is all the colors, so it's really cute. But those are my little vocab lists. And I want to use this for more just practicing writing and more vocab and grammar. So I've had this book for a little while and I haven't really touched it much, so I'm hoping to use it more in 2020, which is why I'm including it in this little system. So that's nice. Inshallah, we'll be using that. And then next on the list is my faith journal, I guess you could call it. It's just kind of a general religion journal, yeah. So it's also where I practice my calligraphy. So I have like just little notes to myself in Arabic, studying different verses here. Lots of different scripture studies in here set up, just kind of, it's more fluid. There's no real like system to it or real setup. I have these vocab lists for like Islamic vocabulary specifically, and that keeps going for a while. More calligraphy practice in here. So yeah, this is just kind of like where I can put any thoughts related to faith, where I can just kind of I have my Quran tracker in here to show how many verses I've read, and not verses, how many surah I've read. And yeah, just, you know, when I finish the Quran finally this year, big ol' mashallah for that, right? That's actually like really nice hand lettering. I'm usually not very good at hand lettering, but let's appreciate that real quick. Okay. So yeah, so this doesn't really have much of a system to it. It's on this beautiful like craft paper that just has this like embossed texture of lines on it. No actual lines like printed on the page. But yeah, I've also hand numbered all the pages up through page 100 in here. So after I get to page 100, I'll have to renumber, but that's really cool. And one thing I didn't really touch on in that book is that part of it, I had some pages that were inspired by this book, the Quran Journal. It's by the same people who make the Dua Journal, and it is, oh, this book is so lovely. It's so big. It's so big, so I can't really take it anywhere, but that's all right, because this is something to kind of do either in the morning or at night before bed. So it's just something to kind of keep on my desk and, you know, not travel with at all. But this is set up really wonderfully, and I know there's lots of different scripture study journals for different faiths, and the way that this is set up could honestly be applied to any other faith as well, especially if you're Jewish. Something like this would really work, because it has different sections. So in here, it gives you a topic, and then it gives you the verse, and then you can write it in Arabic. So obviously if you're Jewish, you can write it in Hebrew. And then a translation, a place to explain the interpretation and the context behind the verse, a place to write an application for the verse, and then a place for a little prayer. So I have started this yesterday. So I have my first 2 pages done here, and it's 365 pages. I hope to fill it up this year. I'll get to skip one day because it's a leap year. Just kidding. Well, not kidding, but I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, and though this is what I'm really excited about though. I got the Stolid G 365, which actually has 368 pages, which is good because I wanted to do a pen test in the back. Just got a little plastic cover for it, and I have my shiny Kraken dice sticker on there. But this book is super cool. The pages are so thin, and they're this lovely little grid. So, what I was talking about in my bullet journal about doing time blocking, the reason I stopped doing it in my weeklies is because this book is going to be for my dailies and my daily journaling, which is something I haven't put a lot of time into in previous years. So I have a little like Happy New Year's scrapbook page, and then in here it's going to be each page for one day. So this is my journal entry from yesterday. Started my entry for today. I'll probably write more later. And I got some stickers in here. And the way I have it set up, as you can see back here, I've set it up through the end of January right now. But I have the times from 5 a.m. to 11, or I guess till midnight. So 5 a.m. to midnight on here. And I have it blocked out over in the side, so I have plenty of room to journal. And then whenever I have like a work shift or an appointment, I block it in, and then I can see how I can use the rest of my day. And it has the day of the week, the month, and the date at the top that I've just underlined. And I've used these wonderful neon markers for this, so I'm really excited to go through this. This is my like actual daily carry journal. It's a B6, no, it's an A6, so it's nice and easy to carry around with me. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I love my planner setup for this year. This is kind of like my main, what I do, my actual planner and actual journal. But I hope to be using the Quran journal every day as well. The Arabic journal and the faith journal, we'll see. I don't know, but Inshallah, of course, right, everybody? So, thank you for watching. I have no idea if I'm going to make more videos. Maybe. Maybe so. Who knows? Bye!